All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow. 53. Go on, 80. Mike. Hey, color.
Hey, I'm coming.
Kill.
Hey.
53. 53.
On first down, Mahomes.
It's our time, guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Delta.
57's Mike.
All day, baby, all day.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Hey, rip list.
Damn, punt. 57's Mike.
Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed.
They still playing soccer.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Good job, baby. Good job.
Attack.
Good stop.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Jordan Reed has it. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
50, plant. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up
Right there,
2nd and 6.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Check move. 54, go. 54 Mike.
Throwing Jones. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Curtis Samuel, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Switch. Let's go. Hey, we got
Yellow.
Mike 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Alpha. Hey, what's the ball?
Mike's 57.
Yellow.
In your face.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Tate's got it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 23.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Yellow.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Mike 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Titans 1st down.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Seven, our score after 1.
Yellow. Let's pick it up. 15. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Oh, you got yellow.
36. Play it.
Yellow. Greystone travel. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Hey, come on, oh. 50. Foxtrot. Mike. 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
57. Mike 57.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
57. Let's
get the book. 57's Mike. Mike 50.
H3 218. Chopper. Mike's 57. Yellow. Here we go, D. Hey, just me and you.
Mahomes now to throw.
Hey, just me and you.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Let's go.
Jordan Reed. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Jones now on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Single. Key 8. Let's put him on the buses. 6-6.
Now Jones taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
Here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Yeah! A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Saquon Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 50. Tell her. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Haywood. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch the run. They're running it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
53. Silver.
Now they try the right side here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
I'm going to run you over. Ship.
Go.
53.
Check 53.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
I'm coming.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Mike, 53. Mike. Check.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
57.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
Saquon Barkley running right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
For Curtis Samuel, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch run.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Got it. Mike 61. Matchbox lights. What we got? Mike 50. Hey, Foxtrot. 54. Bring it.
Right there. 54. Right there. 52.
A final shot before break. Jones is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Let's go. Ready, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Completes it to Samuel. That's good for 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Throwing again on second down. Jones, and a big loss here as he's taken down. A.J. Klein. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
You can't stop me.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Come on, D.
Breakstone, travel. Slam. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Jones. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The kick by Lambo is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey. Out.
Hey, Sunday.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Yellow. Hey, 15.
Turn, bravo. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
57's the mic.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Going again on the ground here with Hill.
Run.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Last stop.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
No. Off. Hey, 43.
On third down, Barkley. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
80 weapons. Get it.
Jones throwing on first down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Go.
Jones now operating from the gun. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a first down following a gain of 3. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Check safety, check safety. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
On second down, it's Hill. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Hill one more time. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Here's Jones on first down. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They begin the drive with Hill. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
I got you, punk. Motion.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
Oh, yeah!
As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left. To go.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. That's a line.
Get him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Attack.
Jones throwing on fourth. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Watch us let go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
51's the mic, boys. 51. Watch the fire.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Set, ready? 30 base.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
I got it.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Titans, the win means they'll finish the first half.